York, do you know the symptoms of the measles? According to the CDC, it takes 7 to 14 days for any symptoms to show, but then this happens. First, there is a fever, and that could spike to more than 104 degrees, a cough usually, runny nose, red, watery eyes. Then people with measles can expect tiny white spots inside the mouth 2 to 3 days after the initial symptoms begin. And then what's called the measles rash. It begins with flat red spots on your face at the hairline that spread down the neck, the chest, to your trunk. And when you have measles, those spots can become joined together as they spread from your head all over your body. When that rash appears, your fever can spike to much higher than 104 degrees. We share this information again from the CDC as a public service because our nation's public health agencies and their employees are the latest target of Donald Trump's purge of the federal workforce. And the timing couldn't be more potentially catastrophic. There is a measles outbreak right now, spreading unchecked in communities in our country with low vaccination rates. The person in charge of handling this measles outbreak, as well as the bird flu and anything else that wallops our nation's citizens and health system, is right now Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He is a person known the world over, not just for his famous last name, but as an active anti-vaccine conspiracy theorist. He was called a predator by an equally famous member of his own family. And breaking over the weekend, mass firings in the thousands all across the Department of Health and Human Services. The Washington Post is reporting that some employees are calling it a, quote, Valentine's Day massacre. From that reporting, quote, at the FDA, hundreds of staffers received termination notices. Those terminated in the food program were working on nutrition, infant formula, and food safety response, as well as 10 staff members who were charged with reviewing potentially unsafe chemicals in the nation's food supply. At NIH, between 1,000 and 1,200 people received letters as of Sunday afternoon. And at the CDC, senior leaders were informed Friday that 1,269 people, nearly 10% of the agency staff, would receive termination notices. But Friday evening, CDC was sent a smaller list with 750 names. Now, according to the New York Times, quote, the CDC's Epidemic Intelligence Service, the disease detectives who track outbreaks all around the world, has apparently been spared because of an uproar among alumni after a majority of its members were told Friday that they would be let go. All of this is happening as experts are alarmed about a completely preventable outbreak of measles, which I just described to you, spreading all throughout West Texas. 58 cases there in the last 3 weeks. Most of them
This
are
is
among
sad,
children and
yo.
teenagers, and all except
This
for
is
4
because of the
of those
president
cases
y'all
are
voted
among
for.
unvaccinated people or people for whom
He
the
trying to kill
vaccination
all of
status
us.
is unknown. 13 people so far have been hospitalized with measles. Across our country, measles vaccination rates among kindergartners have plummeted since 2019 to now below the level of vaccinations you need to have herd immunity. Those alarming
Y'all put him in office.
the work of anti-vaccine
This what you get for putting him in office.
who peddled debunked theories about the measles vaccine. On the island nation of Samoa, 2 months before an outbreak there in 2019 killed 83 people. Most of those victims were children under 5. RFK has denied playing any part in fueling vaccine hesitancy there, but officials in Samoa pointed out that he met with anti-vaccine activists during his visit to Samoa. Now the outbreak here in the United States is prompting an unusual call from the conservative-leaning Wall Street Journal editorial board. They write this, quote, we are on the record as skeptical of RFK's nomination. The Senate confirmed him. Now the best-case scenario would be for Kennedy to internalize that he is no longer an activist outsider who needs to take provocative potshots to get attention. He is the nation's health secretary, and there are children in the hospital with measles who should not have to be there. That is where we start today. With some of our favorite reporters and friends, Director of the Center of Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, Dr. Michael Osterholm is back.
Now, y'all put this man in office. Now, a lot of y'all that ain't rich, you know, he giving all his money to rich billionaires. Now look at this outbreak. Now, how many of y'all think gonna die? I'm staying the hell away from y'all. I'm telling you now. I'm not catching it. I'm staying in my house. But this is the thing. Y'all don't understand, man, what y'all have done. Y'all put this man in office. This man is trying to take down the government. Now, if y'all remember, they was talking about in the past, years ago, about eliminating the population. Right? Y'all better heed, man, to what's going on, man. Because y'all put him in here. All y'all that voted for him, y'all put him in here. See? And a lot of y'all ignorant. I'm going to be honest. Right? Because he coming after all you broke dummies that ain't got no money. See? He trying to eliminate as many of y'all as he can. He cutting out jobs. And it's sad, man. He eliminating federal funding, that we need in this country. And it's sad. Dude try to eliminate Social Security, and you got people that got money that work, and they done took money out of their checks. And you trying to eliminate Social Security so people can't get that daggone money, when they need it. When they disabled, when they going through stuff. You got kids, man, that can't even walk. You got kids that can't even see. You got kids that need this money, man, for life support. And this man don't even care. He is evil. And it's mentioned in his book, that his niece wrote. Too much and never enough. Now, y'all dealing with it. Because it don't make no sense, man, how y'all then elected this dude and put this dude in office, and how he didn't sit down and they didn't had people that held other people back from voting. They had one lady that sit up there and challenged other people's votes. One daggone lady challenged over 1,000 votes. And all the votes that she challenged were the votes that went against Trump. See, y'all better recognize, man, what's going on. Y'all better wake up, man. This is an era right now of, I would say, infiltration in the government to kill people, to eliminate people, by the millionaires. These billionaires, they don't care about you. You broke to them. You a bum to them. They don't care about you. But y'all sit around and y'all put a billionaire in office, and look at what he doing.